My body is not one that I have always wished to be in. It's been a journey to just accept what I look like. I have always struggled with my appearance from when I was very young because my breasts weren't big enough, my hips weren't large enough, my waist wasn't small enough. I didn't have the traditional hourglass figure, which meant I wasn't feminine enough. So then when I started to gain weight and my breasts got bigger, that's what I focused on, where I began to have that ideal female figure because my boobs were large. And it got to the point where I was so fixated on gaining a cup size that I didn't realize the rest of me was also growing. And it was through pictures that I actually began to realize I had no concept of my physical self. I needed photos to actually figure out what I looked like, because when I looked in the mirror, that wasn't what I saw. From a very low weight to a very high weight, I saw the exact same transition. The only thing I could focus on was that I was becoming more feminine. And then when I began to get too feminine, that femininity became a problem for me as well. I was looking in the mirror and then suddenly realizing that I wasn't happy that my breasts were that large. I wanted to be the ideal body type of a very skinny boy. I just picked myself apart so often that nothing I ever did or looked like was good enough for me. It's a very intimate and personal experience to be that vulnerable and to let other people judge you for that. The process for me was very difficult in that sense. I wanted to bear that vulnerability. I wanted to have my art reflect that intimate experience that I want to communicate. I needed to actually look into the personal self and use myself as a subject. It was an incredibly difficult experience for me in that there was no distraction from looking into myself. It was just me in front of a camera, faced with the idea that I had to talk about this experience. And although I wanted to, it was quite triggering because I hate my voice, especially on film, because it makes me sound so feminine. But there is nothing to distract from intrusive thoughts, my brain trying to see my body in a negative light, and me having to constantly retrain those thoughts to accept me for what I look like. I think when you are never in the body that you truly want, it's very hard to like yourself, let alone love yourself. And the last couple of years have been very difficult with me trying to learn how to accept and care about myself without judging what I look like.